I met a Turkish chef in Chicago who started a restaurant that has no meat. It also has no cooking. Everything on the menu is served raw. This is Cuisines restaurant on the north side. Since 1990, it's been a popular and successful Turkish kebab house. But today, instead of cutting up lamb, the chef is snipping sunflower sprouts.
This is basically one of the things that I eat mostly, my diet. Like I eat every day these sprouts. Amazing stuff.
Let's just say there have been some big changes around here recently.
So we had here our 6-burner where we used to make our sautés. Then we have our here grill, 6-foot grill, and then we have our fryers right here.
That's all gone now because today, Cuisines restaurant serves only raw vegan food. Nothing cooked and no animal products. The question is, what could motivate a restaurant owner to give up his grill, his deep fryer, and a successful menu? Well, it turns out that not only was the menu different a few years ago, so was the owner.
I was back then pretty much about 245 pounds heavy, and I was really growing. Every 2 months or 3 months, so I had to go buy myself another big size pants.
His cholesterol was too high, he was always tired, kind of like the rest of us. Then a friend suggested he try a 28-day all-raw diet program.
While I was doing the program in 28 days' time, I was able to lose 15 pounds.
He just felt a lot healthier, he says, and so he decided to stay on an all-raw diet. But then there was a problem. He couldn't eat most of the food at his own restaurant. And worse yet, it was getting pretty tough for him to serve it.
I was still coming here and doing my job, but I totally lost my passion to cook.
So, in 2005, he closed Cuisines for 6 months, went to a raw food cooking school in California, and reopened as Cuisines IV for incredible vitality. The added vitality, he says, comes from eating raw food, like this dish called Mediterranean pasta. But now, what would be so bad about cooking this?
What will be so bad about cooking this? Cooked food is very toxic.
Raw food advocates explain it this way. All foods contain enzymes that help with digestion. Cooking anything over 120 degrees kills those enzymes, they say, and so digesting cooked food is more taxing on the body. Now, not all nutritionists would agree, of course, but most would say that we should eat more veggies, less fat, fewer processed foods, and you can do all of that at Cuisines IV. But what's the food like? As you might expect, there's a salad bar, but don't expect an ordinary salad. The menu also includes some things that sound pretty cooked, like moussaka, and that Mediterranean pasta. How do you make pasta without cooking? Naturally, they use zucchini.
Amazing, look at this. Just like the regular spaghetti noodles.
And if you order the appetizer sampler,
Here we have the stuffed grape leaves.
many of the items will also sound familiar,
We have our falafels here with tahini sauce.
and with an obvious Mediterranean influence.
And then here's our kebab here.
But kebabs? Falafel? How do you make those without cooking?
Okay, what I want to show you next, my dehydrator.
One of the secrets of raw food cuisine, he says, is this dehydrator. Hot enough to remove the moisture and make things crunchy, but not to kill the enzymes.
So here we have our kebabs. They almost look like the chicken kebabs we used to have, like the ground chicken. But here, this time, we use almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. We actually grind them and add our spices and herbs, and we dehydrate about 9 hours.
There are even unbaked, dairy-free desserts.
So we have chocolate cheesecake, beet cheesecake, and strawberry cheesecake, without any cheese in it.
All of this is very creative, but does it taste any good?
Great. Roy, I think you're going to have to join me.
Now, I don't claim to be a food critic, but I have to say, I liked it a lot. I expected this stuff to be bland and, well, earthy. And it was very tasty.
That's very tasty.
Yeah.